Hello everybody and welcome to the Fauxton Report. I'm Dennis Gage. Rooftop solar has gotten a bit of a reprieve here of late since Indiana's been busy embarrassing itself with the recent RFRA debacle. That whole thing cast Indiana in such a bad light nationally that the state is spending $2 million on a PR firm to attempt to mend its tattered image. They're even considering dumping the state's recently adopted slogan, Honest to Goodness Indiana, which had already been struggling for acceptance prior to this kerfuffle. Right now they're looking for anything that would divert attention from the state. They're considering something shown to work with other species.
Squirrel!
I don't know, might work. However, that doesn't mean our legislators still haven't been doing the bidding of their special interest overlords. In fact, just last week, Governor Mike Pence signed a bill to reduce state oversight of the energy efficiency programs of the utilities. Indiana utilities can now set their own efficiency standards and develop their own energy efficiency programs, which sounds like the fox guarding the hen house to me. Oh, and under this law, utilities get to charge customers for the implementation of the programs they come up with. So, even though consumers are incentivized to become more efficient and use less energy, the utilities can charge them for lost revenue as a result of them actually using less energy. But wait, there's more, and they're allowed to do so in a virtually uncapped way. And while that doesn't have anything to do with the utilities' war on rooftop solar per se, it does show who the deck is stacked in favor of, and it ain't the consumer. It also has the same root, though, in that the utilities don't like rooftop solar for the same reason they don't like energy efficiency in general. It reduces the amount of energy they sell, and therefore the amount of money they make. And in this time of increased special interest domination of our legislative process, with banks writing our banking laws, private prisons writing our immigration and sentencing laws, and the utilities writing our energy laws, you would think that the rooftop solar industry would just be the next thing to be flattened by the special interest steamroller. I mean, this thing's got some mo. But this is really a unique issue. This is one where you have the Sierra Club, the Tea Party, the NAACP, and the Christian Coalition all on the same side. And that's so weird in and of itself that we sent our senior Afterworld correspondent, Jared Benty, to hell to report on conditions there. J-Rod.
Yes, Dennis, I'm here. This is not what we expected at all. And penguins, though, really?
Wow. Thanks, Jared. Looks like you won't need that asbestos underwear you packed after all. All these constituencies have their own reasons. But with this disparate group all in favor of rooftop solar, it can only mean that there's something wrong for everybody in the utilities' efforts to kill it. Bottom line, the utilities do not want customers generating their own electricity, and they're looking for ways to discourage that. Their strategy is to convert much of what a customer pays in their monthly bill to fixed fees, so that whether you're buying much power or not, you're still paying the utilities a handsome monthly assessment just to be hooked up to the grid. They also want to discount the value of any excess electricity that a solar owner adds back to the grid, saying it's not worth as much as the electricity that the utility generates. Even though there is far less transmission loss in the solar owner's electricity getting to its next user than the utility-generated electricity getting to that same user. And to be clear, this is a coordinated, nationwide assault by the utilities. Currently, there are fixed-fee fights in 19 states. There are new proposals expected in 4 states within the next 12 to 24 months, and proposal-related activities are taking place in an additional 15 states. Only 12 states have no current or near-term proposal activity at this time, and that number is probably going to dwindle rapidly. The outcome of these skirmishes varies dramatically from state to state, with more consumer-oriented states like Connecticut moving to cap how much utilities can charge in fixed fees, while others like Wisconsin are allowing utilities to extract onerous monthly fees from customers. Indiana's rooftop solar industry will once again be in the utilities' crosshairs for the 2016 session of the Indiana General Assembly, and they are not happy that they didn't get a clean kill in 2015. The same utilities-funded legislators are still in place on the Energy, Utilities, and Telecommunications Subcommittee, and you can bet that they will pick right up where they left off with a renumbered variant of last year's utilities-drafted HB 1320 and just try to ram it through again. A far better outcome would be for them to commission an independent study on the impact of distributed generation and net metering, and then develop legislation based on the findings. But the only way for this to have a prayer is for the various groups that fought against HB 1320 last year to start a push for study legislation now, ahead of the 2016 session of the General Assembly. So let's do it. Join the Fauxton Nation. Join the fight. Well, that's it for this installment of the Fauxton Report, and until next time, power to the people.